Programming is a real easy subject. In order to learn programming, the only thing which you need to develop a little bit of skill is how to write the programming logic. You write the programming logic using algorithms or flowcharts. But a lot of students do not learn logic properly for a couple of reasons. One is they do not develop thinking skills or not have developed skills to think. They're just used to learning things by heart or by rote. So if you want to learn programming, just give up the ability or the practice to learn things by heart or without understanding. It's of no use here. That's number one. Number two is you need to do a lot of practice on your own and have the ability or the attitude not to give up. Sooner or later, you will learn programming and it will be your favorite subject in no time. Now, since you have the habit of learning things by rote, I'm going to introduce you or get you to started to think a little by giving you a couple of puzzles or a little more than a couple of puzzles so that your brain cells get active, and once we start doing algorithms you begin to easily understand the process and appreciate how things are done. In the first problem, I have a building which is 37 floors of apartment. So you can see all the elevator buttons here. So I have got, this is the parking buttons, 6 to 8, 9, 13th floor, 17th, 18th, like this. All the apartments at each floor, you can go by pressing the elevator button. So we have a gentleman who occupies the 37th floor. Every morning he goes to work, and evening usually it is late when he comes back from work. It's usually 10, 11 in the night. While going in the morning, he usually doesn't face a problem. He goes down to the G, which is the ground floor, walks out and gets his work done and comes back. In evening, if he is with a group of people, he usually has no problem reaching the 37th floor. But at days where he comes late to work, he is forced to get off at the 25th floor and then take the staircase or the 28th floor because they are on the same line. Users get down at the 28th floor and climb up till the 37th floor and go to his room. He doesn't like the process of climbing from 28th to 37th floor, but still he is forced to do it if he comes late. You will have to think and tell what is the reason for this unusual behavior of this particular gentleman. I'll give you a couple of hints. If it is raining and even if he comes late, he is able to reach his 37th floor. But on normal days when it's not raining and he comes late, he's generally when he's all alone, he's forced to get down at 28th floor and climb the stairs, although he hates to get onto the 37th floor. Don't search for the internet or anything. Try to spend 15-20 minutes to explain his odd behavior. Why, while coming down, he never has a problem, but while going up, he has to get down at 28th floor if he's all alone, except when it's raining and so on. Think and try to give your answer in a notebook. In the description of this video or in the discussion of this video below in the comments, I'll give you the solution. The next problem. A person was born in 1942 and passed away in 1950. But his death certificate lists his age as 72 years. You just need to find out why this is the case or how this is even possible. Alright, just think a little bit. Write the solution to this, write the solution to this. A few points. These kind of problems are known as lateral thinking puzzles. They have unusual solutions, but once I give you the solution, you'll know, oh, that is the reason it makes sense. Okay, so you may have more than one solution. Do not worry about how many solutions you can give. There is no right answer, there is no wrong answer. As long as you can give an answer and make a justification, that is good enough. Now let me try to put forward another problem here, which is really an interesting problem. This is a problem known as the bicycle thief problem. I presume you can read it on your tablet, PC, or even on your mobile, but I'll just read it for you so that you can try to find a solution to this problem. The problem is known as bicycle thief. A friend of mine runs a bicycle shop and he told me the following story. A man who looked like a tourist came to his shop and bought a bicycle from him for rupees 350. The price of the bicycle was 300, so my friend was happy he made a profit of 50. However, at the time of paying the bill, the tourist said that he can only pay in traveler's checks as he does not have any cash with him. His friend hesitated a bit, but he hesitated for the reason he had no way to encash the checks with banks. But luckily, he remembered a shopkeeper who was next door who had the facility to encash traveler's check. So he took the checks to his friend on the next door, got the cash from him. Okay, got the cash for him. So he gave it 400 worth of traveler's check. He got 400 worth of check from him. The traveler's checks were all for 100 each. So he had taken 4 checks from the tourist equaling 400. On encashing them from his shopkeeper neighbor, he paid back the tourist a balance of 50 rupees. So assuming now he had made a profit of 250 rupees only. The tourist happily took the bicycle and went away. However, the next morning, his shopkeeper's friend who had taken the traveler's check to the bank told him and returned the checks, saying that the checks were fake and asked him to give the money back. Now my friend had to give the money back to his shopkeeper neighbor. And after that, he tried to find the tourist who had given him those bogus checks and taken away his bicycle, but he could not find the tourist at all. You need to tell how much money was lost in this particular transaction by my friend. So try to understand this problem carefully, read it calmly on your laptop, desktop, mobile phone, or your tablet. Try to take a table and try to find out how much did my friend, who is the owner of the cycle shop, lost by selling his bicycle to a fake traveler using fake traveler checks. This is a problem. Okay, I shall give you the solution down there. I shall think of one more problem now. I have a two-seater car. Okay, let us say instead of let's say you have a two-seater car and you had gone to visit somebody on a two-seater car, and while you were coming, it started raining very, very heavily. The visibility was very low. It was middle of the night, 1 or 2 o'clock. As you were passing a village, on the village bus stop, you happened to see three people. One was a old lady who had to be taken to a hospital. Next to her was standing your best friend from your school. And next to him, there was a pretty girl who was your classmate and who happened to be your girlfriend in the school, and you always had missed meeting her and always wanted to get in touch with her. But now you have to make a decision that you can take only one person in the car along with you. Okay, if you take the girl, the problem is you will be leaving your best friend behind and the old lady who needs the hospital. If you take the old lady to the hospital, you will be leaving your best friend and the dream girl you had imagined to meet. Now you have to find a solution to solve this, or give a solution to this particular problem in a most meaningful way. Think of it how you can address this particular problem, and I'll help you out with the solution in the comments.